Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, where I'm pretty sure something is on fire. So it is 6:12 at the open air stage. Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Maybe something isn't on fire. Oh no, there we go. Fire! This is too big for us to handle. Looks like the Yatagarasu came to Babel too. Oh, there we go. You accursed Yatagarasu. Kay, you'd better be alright, wherever you are. I had a hunch it was something like that. Alright, so we already saw that scene. Kay didn't do it? Oh, no. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna wait and see. She's not gonna be our sidekick for this, is she? Because she's gonna be under arrest. I told you it wasn't me.
Hold
it. Kay, are you alright? Do I look alright to you? Now can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Well sir, it's this. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yatagarasu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open air stage. A suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over the head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they might be the fake Yatagarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There's no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary? Sheena, I believe your name is correct. And if you are making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? I don't need to answer. You're merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey, pal, just what the heck does what you just said mean? If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction, the end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we'd like. Unfortunately, Detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? This office is considered to be part of the Republic of Babel, which means that anything that happens here defaults to the control of the Babelese government and Babelese law, giving them exclusive extraterrestrial. I'm like, that's not right. I thought he was making a joke. Extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? So do you really think that the truth is out there? Yes, there we go. Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place, which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not Mr. Edgeworth. Is this what's his face? In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Oh! Eek. Ambassador Poleno, I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. No, it's really nothing. Manny was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisca. Oh well, I never imagined that I'd meet you here of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct... oh, ready, what is it? Ambassador Plano. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Plano. Very well, I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, Detective? If I don't become Francisca's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Francisca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet. But at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. He didn't think that through. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you're done playing games... Right, let's begin the investigation. Oh boy. By the way, Detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Babylonis embassy today. Ooh, that's weird. And why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the card they got from the Yatagarasu. They called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatagarasu these past 7 years. It was more or less a mutually beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. Looks like you failed to competently perform your guard duty yet again. Oh, he's getting another... Add one to the pay counter. Back. Look forward to your next salary negotiation, although it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cuts anymore, I won't be able to buy even packet noodles anymore. Poor Gumshoe. Although you did mess up, and now Kay is not our assistant for this, and I'm not happy about that. Oh, Von Karma isn't even our assistant. I was like, oh, alright. Alright, Gumshoe, what you got for me? At least it's Gumshoe. Yes, sir. While you're on guard duty, did you notice anything unusual? Well, I was on watch inside the embassy. But unfortunately, I didn't run into the Yatagarasu, sir. But I did talk to an officer who was on duty near the border between the two embassies, who told me that not a single person crossed the boundary during the incident. I see. The investigations into the fire and the Yatagarasu are a mess thanks to both events. I'm so confused, sir. Should I be putting the fire out or investigating? Investigate putting out the fire. What do you think, sir? Aren't you old enough to solve your own problems yet, Detective? I'd like an update into how the investigation is going. Oh yeah, well, it's going, sir. In other words, no one has any idea what happened here, correct? To put it simply, yeah, you got it, sir. But we do know that something happened in this room, sir. Anyone with a pair of eyes can see what happened, Detective. Ah. Well, anyway, let's investigate every single nook and cranny in this room, sir. We have to get serious or Kay will end up getting arrested as the killer. Yes, I'm already well aware of that. Oh. In order to find out what really happened here in this room, we will need to gather whatever information we can. It's time to take a good look. Okay. What do I have anything yet? I have the embassy guide. That's going to be super important. I also want to figure out why they let Kay walk right through here. Alright, let's start. Can you unhand my assistant? Kay, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocence post-haste. Hey, Francisca. How's life? Help your old pal Edgeworth out. Miles Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. Yes, Miss Von Karma. What's with the giddy glint in her eyes? I don't think that will really be necessary, Francisca. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. I'm gonna let that go. I thought Francisca was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then why is she here at this embassy? Ooh, there we go. Why is she here when she's supposed to be overseas in pursuit of a smuggling ring? Because it all circles back here. We should figure out, because we still haven't figured out the Amano group. The files that were stolen. We know what they were about. How does it all tie together? I was investigating at the Bastion Embassy when I got wind of this mess. Oh, that's right. The Yatagarasu was due to appear at that embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident at the Alabastion Embassy as well, but I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Babalese Embassy. So Agent Lang is here as well, huh? Good. Yay! I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastion Embassy acting as a bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. So, the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu? Kay would never harm a soul, sir. Kay? You remember, do you not, about the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So, she's that feisty little girl. Kay's been on the trail of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps tricking us all. How so? The Yatagarasu sent the card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Card warned that the Yatagarasu will steal the embassy's dirtiest secret. But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract. And it's going on the rap sheet. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though, if Callisto Yu really is the Yatagarasu. No. Boop. Come on. Alright. I don't know what it is. My throat has been so sore this recording session. Like, I probably should have gotten tea instead of alcohol. Probably would have been the smart way to go. Or I could have gotten grape juice. Fit in with the motif. Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir. Knives, huh? Well, the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles all got burnt off by the fire. Oh. So even the knives fell victim to the fire. Ambassador Polano, are these knives yours? Why, yes, they are. They are a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babel. Babel. These butterfly-themed knives, along with Elbast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Babelese ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador Polano, what is this notch here for? Know that. There's a feature of these knives wherein you can freely exchange the handles on them. Wait, why is that a feature? So that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. Alright, I guess that explains that. That's still a terrible idea. Let me see. So these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. So they're probably missing? I wanted to... Yeah, no, I wanna... Ah, crap! These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Babylese embassy. So, why are there so many American souvenirs, sir? Perhaps the Babylese are studying American culture and our tourism industry. If they have plans to make the Babylese tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose. Speaking of tourism, I got these from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if I bring these with me to Babel, I could trade them in for a few buffets. Ooh, I'll take 2. Actually, hold on. Tell me about Babylese cuisine. Because I will admit to being a very picky eater. What you got? Can I get like a burger? I would take a burger. Like a burger? Oh, a burger buffet. Oh, so how do you expect to travel to Babel? Well, the whole world is connected by the ocean, sir. So I'd probably swim. And then take my bike. And for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to Babel if I have to. Called it. Can a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? Dude, if we're talking a burger buffet, come on. Who isn't swimming to a country that doesn't exist? This clock. Looks like this was once a grandfather clock, but it has fallen victim to the fire. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir? If unrelated to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing, but... Well, there's this one clock that I made by myself, but the timer on it manages to... That's quite enough, Detective. You.
I can't believe that Manny fell among the thieves tonight.
Who? Like, the guy from the last case? Is that... Have we seen the victim yet? Or did I miss that?
Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is.
Ambassador Polano, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police, that and only that. I ask you to cooperate, not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well.
You're a rather strong man, aren't you? Oh, fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these.
Yes! Burger buffet! I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe to burger buffet.
No. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote Babel. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babel.
I remember the Republic of Babel is known for its feverish tourism industry and fantastic burger buffets. Manny Cochin, it's him! Did I miss that? I feel dumb if I missed that. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased Manny Cochin.
He was my secretary in the embassy secretariat charged with running the whole place. Oh no,
he did mention that. Crap. I don't know. I don't know. It just slipped my mind and all that. Didn't he? I don't know.
He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything, accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures.
I got distracted by the burger buffet. I'm sorry, but did you say printing?
Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. We need to hand out these burger buffet coupons. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc.
See, told ya.
We have a printing press here at our embassy.
See, please excuse my forwardness. However, I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Yes!
Oh yes, since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KG-8 incident.
Yeah. The KG-8 incident?
The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manny.
Yep. Because the witness went away. So your Mr. Cochin is the same man as the one in that case.
It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into his job. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee the embassy's renovations. Wait a second, that's suspicious. It really is a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, tell me about these renovations. What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations?
We can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we?
That'd be the worst.
So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is now no longer with us.
Okay. Excuse me, officer, I'd like to... That's some fireplace. You know, it really gives this place a mansion-like quality, don't you think, sir? Oh, these are a staple in every Babbledee's house. And I bet Santa Claus pays them a visit, too. How old are you again, detective? Very young, 30-something. Sorry, but Interpol is still conducting its investigation beyond this point. Miss Subordinate of Miss Von Karma, is there some reason why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, don't you dare let anyone near the site. You got it? If I let you examine the site, my superior would get really angry at me. You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel really bad for the guy, so why don't we do as he says? Yes, I suppose we might as well. Alright, is all we have left then to... Oh, I didn't look at this.
Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it?
No.
I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the Secretariat.
Well, he's dead, so what if I just take his place? But there's a possibility that it is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can't force them to let us investigate it. We can force them to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof. I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the Prima Duck statues Kay was talking about earlier. Is it just me, or does this man look like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. Aha! Alright, so then does the one from Alabest, whatever that place is called, there's the Jammin' Ninja? Fine, I'll look at the dead body if it's that important to you. So, our victim was the Secretary of this embassy, I take it. Lady Cochin, I heard that he was an admirable person, very admirable. The cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. He was lax in watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire? What in the world happened inside this room? Raging fire? Okay. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, so let's... What about the knife? Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade's shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means that we now know that the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some really fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? The thing practically screamed artsy at me, too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that I said was artsy. But the handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. Alright, butterfly, okay. So butterfly country's involved. I don't remember which is which yet, but I'll get there. Alright, anything else we need to look at here? Probably blood. It's a knife wound. It's obvious that he was killed with what he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Indeed. Oh. Ooh, wait, what's this? There appears to be something in his pocket. This key, it can't be. Isn't this the Yatagarasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's... 7 years ago. Oh, you mean that case where I was framed, sir? Yes, it's the piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago, which was then stolen by Callisto Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir? I thought he was killed with the knife. Eek. Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of the crimes you were a suspect in. Francisca, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. Uh-oh. I feel like the victim right now. I'll trampled on, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... It's not that far-fetched to think that the end of this key was meant to be a butterfly. The key maker must have been a true patriot to fashion this after the national symbol. There it is. Nope. Stupid thing. Oh, that... Wow, that's amazing, sir. It was like some kind of magic trick. Okay. I knew it. This is the exact same piece of evidence that Miss Yu took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. I remember this as well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade. Vine, sirs, I think it looks like a bunch of stars if you ask me. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police marks on your RIDs. I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is, why was the Babylonis Embassy Secretariat holding this? While we don't know how Mr. Kochi came to possess this key, we do know that this was stolen by the Yatagatsu from the Kadopian Embassy. That's right, Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Kudopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Poleno about what he knows? Supposedly he was a candidate to be the next Kudopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Alright. We'll finish looking this over in the next episode. Question of the day. If you could have one food made up of a buffet, or a buffet made up of one food, what would it be? I think I'd probably have to go pizza. Pizza buffet is like always good. As much as I want the burger buffet with bacon, mostly bacon, or the pizza, one of those two. So what would you want in your buffet? All right, that's gonna do it for me. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.